Hi everyone, I'm Melanie. I'm about to have my Disney College Program phone interview. It's 8:48 a.m. and my interview is at 9:15, so I'm expecting to call anytime in the next 30 minutes. I'm very nervous. I have my notes taped to my wall so I don't make like a rustling noise. I've got my Disney Pandora station on right now, which is playing Whitney Houston, but so I just wanted to kind of take you through my journey. Hopefully it goes well. Frozen song, just kidding. Hello, this is Melanie. Hi, Nancy, I'm great. How are you? This is perfect. All right. That is correct. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Why, I would love to participate in the Walt Disney College Program to experience the amazing new opportunities it brings, to meet new people, but mostly this has been my dream for about 2 years now. I actually performed down at Disney World with my dance company, heard about the college program, and have just been so excited to apply, to go through this whole process ever since then. So it means so much to me to be able to meet these new people and live out this dream that I've been working towards. Yes, of course. I have worked all over the place. My first job I got was actually at a hair salon. I worked there for 2 years, and I loved it. I love jobs where I can interact with people. I've taught dance at my dance studio for 2 years as well. I worked as a beverage cart driver this past summer at a golf course, which was a lot of fun being outside all summer. And I have previous experience through volunteer work also through my church, going on mission trips. So I've been active in the work field for years. I don't like being sedentary. I like being busy and doing things all the time. My most favorite job had to be probably teaching dance because I taught younger level girls. I taught 4-year-olds through second grade, and I absolutely loved sparking a passion in them. Seeing these little girls that came in because their mom signed them up, but then that really fell in love with dance, fell in love with the stage like I did. And by the end of the few years that I was teaching, you see these girls grow up and mature and become beautiful little dancers. It was so much fun. Hmm. Okay. Right. I absolutely love it. I love being outside. This past summer, like I said, I worked outside for 10 plus hour shifts. I think I worked 52-hour weeks. It was hot. Yeah, it was hot, but it was so much fun. You get to be outside, experience the summer. I love summer, so it was awesome. I'm very open to working outdoors. Absolutely. When I worked at the hair salon, a lot of it was the stylists would have overlapping customers, and while it wasn't really my position to take care of them, I was more of the back worker. I worked and did the laundry, kept the salon maintained and everything. I would have to go out of my way to ensure that these customers were happy, that they were getting everything done on time, so the stylist had no stress. It was a high active work environment, and I did have to go out of my way often and do jobs that I wasn't hired for, but I enjoyed it. It was fun, it was challenging, and it was a great first job. Sure, while a task may be repetitive, it's still necessary, to get the job done. So, if there are any repetitive tasks, I would probably just like sing a song in my head or something, maybe make it a game to make it more interesting. See if I can up my ante every time, make myself better. But just little things to keep myself busy, keep it less repetitive because it does need to be done. Mhm. When people interrupt me, very situational, but usually if it's a customer, I don't mind at all because the customer is, there for their experience. I'm here to serve them. If it's an employee, they probably need something. I'll do my best to get their job done, help them out in any way I can, but also I'd love to stay focused on my own tasks. So hopefully multitasking is one of my strong suits. I like to think that, so I think that it wouldn't be an issue. Mhm. The pace I'm most comfortable working is probably a high pace environment. I appreciate slower pace environments as well, but I like to be constantly busy, feel like I'm getting something accomplished, always be engaged, talking to people, very social. I'm a very social person, so I like to be around people a lot. So I would definitely say a fast paced environment would be best. Out of the two, I would say I'm more team oriented. While I can be independent, and I feel it's good to be independent. Working with a team and making sure everyone has a voice, everyone has a contribution, and that there's cooperation is probably more important to me, and I value that more than working on my own. Okay, sure. Yes, ma'am, I do. All right. My most interested roles, my top three are probably the Bippity Boppity Boutique, character performance, and attractions. Bippity Boppity Boutique, mostly because I did have salon experience. I love working with little kids. I love being around girls, making them feel like princesses. I did hair and makeup at my dance studio for a Nutcracker for, probably 10 years, putting little girls' hair up, putting sparkles on their eyes, and it's so much fun making a girl feel like a princess. And character performance because I have danced my whole life. I love being on stage. I love exciting people, making them happy, making them want to watch a parade or performance or whatever it is, and attractions because it's so much fun when I go to Disney World. I love interacting with the people who are working at attractions because they always seem so excited and like they're having so much fun, even though, it may just be pushing a go button at Space Mountain. They're always excited and in the Disney spirit, and I would love to portray that too. Yeah, absolutely. I actually have. This summer when I worked at the golf course, there was a thunderstorm and there are a bunch of golfers out on the course and it's really dangerous. They've got metal rods, there's lightning. Yes, it was scary. So I had to drive around in my metal cart, which was also scary for me, but I had to calm them down, bring them food, drive some of them back to the clubhouse, make sure that there was no chaos and that everybody was safe. Absolutely. I would greet them with, a big smile, welcome them to whatever it is I'm working. Stay in character, mainly, is a big thing for me. Because when you go to Walt Disney World, you expect all the employees to be having the best times of their lives because they are. And you expect that Disney magic to stay alive. So I would stay in character, keep that spark, and welcome them to whatever they are, even if they're waiting in a big, long line. Keep them active and excited for whatever they're doing. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I'm actually planning on going to the audition in Charlotte, North Carolina on March 11th. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Wow. Yes. All right, that all sounds so good. I'm so excited. Absolutely. When I worked on the beverage cart, none of it was computerized, so I had to do math, on my own, count the money. I was responsible for all the money I made on the cart and all of my tips. And I actually worked in retail too one summer, and a lot of that was cash handling, using the banks and making sure that everything was correct, inventory, all of that. So yes, a lot of cash handling. I feel very comfortable using that. I've grown up around it, so I have no issue with that at all. Okay. I have had to. I actually took a public speaking class. I'm a communication studies major, and yes, it was. I really enjoyed the class. You go into it with anxiety about public speaking, but I really enjoyed standing up in front of the large audience. It gave me confidence. The first time I was maybe a little bit nervous, but it really helps you become aware of your mannerisms, how you speak, gives you confidence, like I said. I used to have an issue with talking in front of people, used to get nervous, but because of that class, actually, it's helped me a lot, and I feel very comfortable with it. Yes, absolutely. That should be no problem. I have no fear of heights, so I actually really enjoy high up things. Exciting. It's exciting, so I would have no problem with that either. I would, first of all, I would ask them, why they're unhappy. I would ask the little girl if she's happy, or whoever I'm working on, the little boy, if he's a pirate or whatever. I would see it's ultimately up to the child, the guest, but it also, the parents do have a contribution, so I would do anything I could to improve the makeup, to make them happy, because it's their experience, and it's up to them. They're contributing to it, paying for it, so I would do anything I could to help them out, fix the makeup, whatever they would like. I have no problem with that either. The character attendants, when you go down to Walt Disney World, they help the characters out a lot. They're really fun to interact with. I have no problem with limited visibility. I actually recently was in a heart costume for a philanthropy event we had where I could barely see it all, but it was a lot of fun, so I have no problem. I feel comfortable with that as well. This summer I prepared very basic food, hot dogs, that kind of thing, breakfast sandwiches. So I think that that's similar to quick service food and beverage. But yes, I am comfortable with it. It's not my expertise, but I'm absolutely all right with it. And there's always room for improvement. I can always work on it and have fun with it. I do. I was a swim instructor at my local pool for one summer a couple years ago, not very recently, but I've swam since I was little. I love the ocean, love the water, so I do enjoy swimming and have experience with it. I have not, but I would be excited to get that opportunity, so yes. Yes, absolutely. When I was a dance teacher, you have apprentices at our studio, and that was really the first time I learned about leadership. You have to learn the balance of allowing the apprentice to have their own voice and contribute to the dance class as well, but also being in charge and being a leader. And that balance is something that I still strive for and still work on. It's important, and I gained a lot of leadership experience from that. It was a great experience. Right. I am very physically active now. I like being physically active, especially in a job. I don't have much experience with cleaning in my past work experience, but I do chores at home, and everything. I'm willing to learn, but I have no problem with being active, heavy lifting, all of that. I actually do not have experience with very high quality cameras. Photography is a big hobby of mine, though, however, and I really enjoy taking pictures of my family on vacation. They actually get mad at me because I take so many pictures. Right. Exactly. But I am absolutely eager to learn about those kind of cameras, but I've never had the opportunity to work with a more high-tech, high-quality camera. I have, absolutely. I did face challenges last year. My first year of college, I faced a challenge with a roommate, but we confronted it. I confronted the issue right away so that there was no bottled up emotions, nothing was being hidden, or there was no passiveness, and we confronted it, we talked about it, worked it out, and the issue was never an issue again. So I am familiar, but would you mind reviewing as well? Right. Absolutely. You did refresh my memory. Thank you. I'm very receptive to it. I'm willing to take out any jewelry, do whatever is needed because I absolutely understand that Disney has a look that it needs to abide by. So, absolutely for that. I have the bottom standard ear piercing, the bottom part of my earlobe, and I do have a very small tattoo on my right ankle, but it is completely covered by shoes. I got it I was on the dance team last year and it needed to be covered by dance shoes, so it's covered by all shoes, and I am more than willing to cover it up with makeup if need be. I would say it's about 1 inch by 1 inch. It's very small. Yes, ma'am, absolutely. I would. No, ma'am. Okay. Right. Okay. Very good. Yes, absolutely. Yes, it does. It does make sense. I do. If you don't mind me asking, how did you get involved with Disney? Wow. Right. I'm sure. I'm sure working with the Disney company, there's time flies especially quickly because it's so exciting. Oh, of course. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yes, I actually was wondering about what the classes are like that I would be taking down in Disney World. Oh, okay. Okay. Very exciting. That sounds so good. I do. If you don't mind, I have one more question for you. Now, I've read, on all the blogs and online and everything, is appending necessarily bad? Very good. Thank you. I do not have any more questions, no. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nancy. You too. Bye-bye. 30 minutes.